find out why the albums are already starting to annoy me, as I hereby summon all my imps to join me on my adventures through Marvel Snap. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. So tomorrow, Marvel Snap is going to bring out the brand new season, and with the brand new season is going to come out the album. So tomorrow when you log into Marvel Snap, you're going to see a little symbol basically pop up that's going to kind of look like an album. And it's going to be probably up in this corner. It's either going to say album or it's going to look like an album, and you're going to be able to click on it. Now, just so everybody is aware, I've had to scrimp and scrounge and try real hard to find out just the information I've been able to find out about this, even though it's coming out tomorrow. So, when the event comes out tomorrow, there's going to be 4 albums to start out with. One of the albums is going to be the Venomized Villains album. And part of what was already annoying me is, like, say, for example, you own a Venomized Angel, like I do. It might not count for your collecting, but it's not just the fact that you have to own 12 Venomized cards in all of Marvel Snap. You have to own a 12 exact cards. The 12 cards that are in the album are the cards that you have to own. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Now, part of the issue that I have with that is that when you go to the shop, if that's not in the shop, there's no way of getting that card. And because there's no way to target cards so far in Marvel Snap, there's not an easy way to get the card. Unless tomorrow we get another row here that's for the album itself. Or if somewhere in the future they make it so that when you get these normal collector's patches in the rank rewards, it has a higher than normal chance to get that particular album variant. Or some of these become album variant versions. Or if they somewhat change it so that in the future you can just go into the album and just buy the card even though it's not in the shop. Now, that's just one issue with it, is how hard it's going to be to get just the variants that you need. So, let's assume that you could somehow get these in the shop. So let's just stop with the fact that you don't have a specific way to get these in the shop. Even if you could get these in the shop 100% of the time, 100 days out of the year, 365 days out of the year, I should say, you still have to buy them for the gold. So if you have to get 12 variants, on average, a variant costs about 1,000 gold. So for 12 variants, you basically would have to buy the $100 bundle, and you would have to buy another $20 bundle just to get up to the point of having enough gold to buy an entire album. Now, what do you get off of this entire album? First thing you're going to get off this entire album, at least from the one that I've seen so far, for the Venomized variants, you're going to get 1 emote. You're going to get 1 key. For you who don't know what a key is, what I mean by a key is a key for the collector's level chest. You're going to get 1 avatar picture, and you're going to get 1 alternate variant. And the alternate variant's going to be for Kingpin. It's going to be a Venomized Kingpin. So, for spending that $120 worth of cash, gold-wise, you get 4 things that most people wouldn't go and spend $120 on gold-wise to begin with. And now, just so that everybody understands how the albums work, you have to get 3 variants just to get the first reward. So if you own 2, but you don't get the 3rd, you don't get a reward. So owning 2 means nothing. Owning 4 means nothing. Owning 5 means nothing. You have to either own 3, 6, 9, or 12. So if you're one variant away from getting that 12th card, and it's not in your shop, you are in trouble. And that's just the first issue that I have with this. The second issue that I have with it has to do with cards that could be considered in that cache. In that album, I should say. So let's talk about the first one here. The first one being Baron Mordo. Baron Mordo has a Venomized card. Baron Mordo sees absolutely positively no play as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, there's probably some weird off niche deck that has him in there. But for all intents and purposes, you don't see Baron Mordo. So, does somebody want to go and spend gold to get a variant on a Baron Mordo that you have no intention of playing, that you don't like, just to get one card that you might like in the future? The next one that I have an issue with here is Loki. Loki has an alternate variant that's a Venomized variant. And let's just say, for example, that he is in one of the 12 Venomized variants that you need to get. What happens if you don't own Loki? If you don't own Loki, that means you have to figure out a way of getting Loki. Which means that you have to play collector's tokens to get the Loki, just so that he can show up into your shop. Unless, again, they do something where they put a way of getting the card without owning the base card in the game. And that opens up a whole nother issue. Because if I can get Loki for just spending gold or opening up a collector's cache, a normal one, then Loki really drops down in value. But the issue is that if I don't have Loki, I have to wait for him to show up in the Spotlight cache. If he's not in the Spotlight cache, I can't open him. Or I've got to wait for him to come up in my rotation, in that 8-hour rotation. So that's the issue that I have with that. It's simply the fact that how good can the cards be in the album to make it so that you don't have to buy a card to get a card. And hope to get the variant just on that shot. Now, there's a lot of ways they could fix this. I don't like to be a doom and gloomer all the time. If you made it so you could just go into the album and buy them straight from the album for gold, that'd be fine. And if you could buy the actual, like, let's say Loki was one of them, I could buy Loki for the 6,000 collector's tokens, that'd be fine too. It's just that how hard it's going to be to find the variants that you need to fill out this collection. And at the very end, it annoys me and it bugs me because when I was being told about the album in the past, they made it seem like if you just played the game, you would get these variants, you would get these albums filled. By, like, say, splitting a Loki 7 times, you get something. So, it really almost feels like they promised me something that they had no intention of ever pulling through on. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the end of the album, if they're going to do more, if they're going to make a version where it's based on how often you split a card. But it's gonna be real rough to throw down $120 worth of cash to get one card and do that 4 times. And they said they're going to bring out a new album every month. So basically, if you're interested in getting these albums, it's $120 tax each month. So if you're one of the bigger spenders, if you feel like going into the album, go spend $120. You use your money how you want to. I'm not going to stop you. But the fact is that even if you had the money and wanted to spend the money right off the bat, because you really don't have a way of targeting these specific cards, I don't know how you can get these cards, and that might lead to frustration and just making it so that you don't care anymore. Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play for fun.